Welcome to the No One Cares channel. Alright? In this video, I'm gonna give you 10 signs that you should leave her. Let's keep this thing a buck. If you are having signs and feeling this way about a woman, it's obviously been some red flags. Now check this out. Her vagina ain't that good. The amount of return that you've been getting on your investment hasn't been adding up. So what's holding you back? All right, well, what's going on is your feel-good hormones are the only thing keeping you connected with this woman. Think about it like this. If you eliminated all your emotions and stuck to your logic, stuck to the facts, you would make better decisions. See, women lead with their emotions. That's why they don't make good leaders. The most powerful men lead with their logic. That's the male's power. And logic is what's factually happening, no feelings involved, all right? The only thing keeping you connected to this woman is your feel-good hormones. That's serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphin. These are the feel-good hormones that are connected to your brain that's holding you back from making the decision that you need to make to leave this relationship. In this video, I'm going to give you 10 signs, 10 red flags that you need to look at, man. And if you are getting these red flags, I'm going to tell you what you need to do. Because the quicker you leave, the quicker you recover. The longer you stay, the longer you suffer. Let's get it.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see.
Welcome to the channel, guys. Let's get straight to it, man. Women only see strength, all right? The way you show strength is your willingness to leave. Let's get to the 10 signs that you should leave her, all right? If you are seeing these things, you don't need to overlook them. Because when you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage and you're getting these type of red flags, you got to act on them or they only going to get worse, all right? The first one, number 1, okay? We're going to go from 1 to 10 just like that, no particular order, all right? Number 1, she's sleepy all the time. If your woman is sleepy all the time and the sex becomes like routine, y'all do the same positions, then she's not excited to see you, all right? She has other things going on. Now, it may just be an energy problem or it may be someone else making her tired. She may have kids. It could be either or, all right? But a lot of times women act like they sleepy, and a lot of times these women are sleepy. They old, they don't exercise, and they have kids. Why deal with this when you can go get a younger woman that's going to be very energized and ready to go? One of the things that happens when you're dealing with a woman like this is it doesn't change for the better. You start to have to please yourself behind her back. You start to have to go to the bathroom, masturbate, go to sleep with blue balls because she's just sleepy all the time. This is a red flag, guys. Don't deal with this. Me personally, I would pull back and I would probably put on ice for about a month just cut off all contact until she respects my presence. Right now, she doesn't respect your presence, and she doesn't look at it as exciting anymore. She looks at your presence as really nothing. That's why she goes to sleep. Number 2, sex becomes rare. You know how when you first meet a woman and y'all are y'all are attracted to one another, y'all have a lot of sex? Well, this is the complete opposite. If the sex becomes rare, that means her attraction to you has fiddled down. Now, women don't love you, they love how you make them feel, all right? So if she's not feeling that sexual way from you, then that means that she's probably tired of you and you need to give her some space. What I would do is I would pull back, put on ice, and then I would come and revisit it. If things don't improve, I get out of that relationship, man. That relationship is about over. If she's not sexually attracted to you, then she's already probably looking for your replacement. Next, friends become more important. Now, I remember when I was in a relationship, and it would be some instances where I might have wanted her to do some things for me, and I had to ask her like 2-3 times. But her friends call, and she's immediately gone over there to do something for them. When you start seeing an imbalance to where other things are more important, like friends and other people, it's time to pull back. It's time to put on ice. All right. Now this goes to my number 3. All right. Friends become more important. All right. When friends become more important, you got to pull it back. Now this really, I can really see this happening in my past relationship, because there was a situation where I wanted her to do something for me, and I had to ask her like 2 or 3 times. But when her friends call and ask, she hop right over there and do it. When you see little imbalances like this, don't overlook them. Just take a mental note. You can either pull back, give her some space, or voice your opinion. And if it doesn't change, I would probably leave her alone, because you should be of high priority if you're her man, okay? Next, she turns her focus to something else. Now, this is crazy. Now, I remember a personal situation to where the woman, she stopped cooking for me. She stopped cooking meals. She started, focusing on her own business and doing things like that. And I had no problem with her focusing on her own business. It's just she started doing this charity work and stuff like that. And she started slacking on the things that she was going to do for me, that she was doing at first. When you start seeing a woman start slacking on things that she used to do for you, that means something else has her attention. Now, it most likely could be a guy from work. It most likely could be a guy that she met out somewhere. But most likely someone else has her attention. Nowadays, modern women, they get bored really fast. So if you don't make them feel that certain way, they start to monkey branch and look for your replacement. So it's kind of like when guys play baseball, right? They don't just run off first base to get to second base. They ease off first base until they know that they can get to second base. So she's what she's doing is she's going to keep you right here until she secures the better option. Once she secures the better option, then she'll leave. But until then, she's going to keep you on the loop until she gets the secured person over here. That's how women do, man. They real sneaky, they're smart, they play that little game to where they're not gonna be left hanging. You know, that's kind of like when we, a lot of times we'll cut off all our holes for a woman, and women will always keep those male friends in the back burner. They'll keep those right there just in case you leave. They will always have somebody. All right, so keep an eye on stuff like that. Next, she puts on weight and she doesn't really keep up her look around you. All right, now this is something crazy because I was in a relationship, right? And she used to keep her hair up, throw on some little sexual lingerie when we were in the bed together, and when she was walking around the house and stuff like that. That started to dwindle down. But what picked up was she started putting on makeup and clothes and like extra perfume and shit when she was going to work. I said, what? Yes, she started improving her look when she went to work, and she started reducing her look around me. Guys, keep an eye out for this. This means that she's trying to attract someone at the job, or she's already found someone that she's attracted to at the job, and she wants to monkey branch. All right. Now, a lot of times, you guys will lower your woman's attraction if you start to become more of a beta male. If you start to lose your masculinity by being up under her too much, by not giving her space, by not self-improving. So guys, if you're self-improving and you giving her space and you maintaining your masculinity, it's a smaller percentage that stuff like this is going to happen in your relationship. All right. Next, eye contact. With women, you can tell a lot by their eyes. All right. If she's avoiding eye contact, if she's trying to avoid you, then she's not really into you. Now, one of the things I remember that happened in the past relationship is I had told her about a new job offer. When I saw her reaction when we first started talking about something exciting, she was genuinely happy for me. But when I told her something good about something that's going on in my life at the end of the relationship, I could tell that she really didn't care. And I could see it with her eyes, because after I told it to her, she said, oh yeah, that's good, and walked off. So you can kind of read the eye contact. Tell her something good and then look at her eyes. That's how you can tell if she's genuinely happy for you. All right, if she's not genuinely happy for you, she's monkey branching. She's already looking for your replacement. Next, she hasn't been texting or calling you that much. Now, women do some things subconsciously that they don't know that they do, and they'll try to catch themselves. All right, if they feel like, you're not the strongest man possible, it's in their nature to start looking for your replacement. All right. Now, if she hasn't been calling and texting like she was in the beginning of the relationship, you got to take your emotions out of it and look at it as logic. What happens when people start to get tired of somebody? What happens? Well, what happens when someone starts to get tired of somebody is they start to distance themselves a little bit by little bit by little bit. If you sit down and take a break, and if you can kind of tell that the texting has kind of died down, the phone calls have kind of died down, that's an indication that she's starting to get a little bit tired of you. That's the thing that happens in marriages. That's the thing that happens in long-term relationships. And if you look at the facts, women file 8 out of the 10 divorces because they are emotionally led and they can't love you. They can only love how you make them feel. So once you stop making her feel that excited to be around you, once you stop making her feel that special, start pulling back. All right? When she starts to pull back, let her pull back. Don't try to bother her or nothing like that. If she pulls back and then comes back into the relationship and she's back on course, fine. But if she doesn't, she's monkey branching, I would let her go. Okay? I will let her go. Next, this is number 8. If you see signs of infidelity, guys, if you see signs of infidelity, now, signs of infidelity, everything is in that cell phone. You better believe it. Now, these cell phones got all type of locks. They got fingerprint locks. They got passcodes. Everything you need to know is in that cell phone. If she starts being more secretive with it, kind of turning it, one of the things I used to see when I used to lay in the bed with my woman is with my ex-woman, she would kind of turn the phone like that, you know. And if she wanted to show me something, she would get nervous. She would show it to me, and then she would turn it back. You can kind of tell if a woman's getting kind of nervous with her phone, she'll kind of show you a little bit and then pull it back. If she's holding her phone upside down, putting it down upside down, you already know what it is, guys. Those are signs of infidelity. Everything that's in a woman's phone, all those things that's in her phone is going to be proof. Will you catch her? I don't know. It's hard to catch a woman cheating. It's easier to catch men. It's harder to catch women. And the reason why it's harder to catch women is because men don't tell other men. They will try to have sex with your girl. But women, they will tell another woman, okay? If that man is not high value, they'll tell the woman that he's cheating on her with. They'll tell it. But men, we won't snitch on the next guy. We'll try to fuck his girl. That's how men do. We don't stick together like that. Okay, so that's why it's a little bit harder to catch a woman cheating, because women stick together and they'll tell one another. Man, we won't tell each other shit. We'll try to fuck our homeboy's girl. Number 9, the shit test starts. Now, shit tests start right when you meet a woman. That's when you're going to start getting shit tests, okay? And then as you start to show any type of weakness, the shit test gets more and more and more. I remember when I was in a relationship and I had already failed a ton of shit tests and I was a pure beta male. The shit test had got so bad to where she had a guy call from the dealership. She had a guy call from the dealership to tell her that a part had came in, right? But this guy called late at night, had a long conversation, and she was sitting right there in the bed next to me. They was talking a little extra. That was a shit test. But guys, don't let shit tests go that far. All right, show strength. Women only see strength. If they start seeing any type of weakness now, they'll raise the shit test level up, and you'll keep getting them. I even got another shit test, a big one, when I had went to an event, and me and her went to an event, and she saw a guy that she knew, right? Well, she started talking to him for a long time in front of me. Guys, that's a big shit test. If your girl starts talking to a guy for a long time in front of you, you need to check that shit. You need to tell her, look her in the eye and tell her, let's go right now. That's a big shit test. She is testing your strength, all right? Now, I wouldn't really I wouldn't let that shit go too long, man, because it's going to get worse and worse and worse, all right? This is number 10. Now, this is the most important one. She starts acting masculine. Now, in the relationships, it's crazy because I know, like I experienced in the beginning, the woman was real feminine. I'm talking about she was feminine, dressing real nice, perfume, everything, right? Remember, at the end of the relationship, she stopped keeping her hair up. She started wearing pants around the house. She started getting defensive. So she started acting masculine, and that was because I started acting feminine. All right? When you start trying to, what's wrong? What's wrong? When you start trying to do shit like that, trying to fix things like that, you acting in the feminine. As a man, you gotta always keep your masculinity. If she's acting out of line, you check her ass and you put on ice. You don't put her on ice. If y'all live together, I wouldn't say shit to her for a couple days. If y'all don't live together, I wouldn't go back over there for 2-3 weeks. I wouldn't call her, text her, wouldn't answer shit. You got to keep a woman in check, because if she sees signs of weakness, she's gonna shit test you. And those are my 10 signs that you should leave her, guys, all right? Comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, man, all right? I appreciate you guys watching the video. And until you change your mindset, no one cares, but just know one cares. And he wants you to become the best version of yourself. I'm out.
Talk to